Hi.
Hi.
Danny wants your number.
Oh, okay. Who's Danny? You?
You're looking at her.
Okay.
Silly.
I'm sorry.
Aw, baby boy.
What are you doing?
Say ah. Can you say ah for mommy?
No.
Do you want some of mommy's milky?
Sure. This is weird.
Hey, good for him for walking away. Nobody needs to stick around for that awkwardness. I mean, if her vibe is like trying to interact with people during a public meltdown, it's no wonder he hit the exit. But hey, maybe she thought she was auditioning for a rom-com and forgot it was just a grocery store. Either way, her approach might need a little more finesse and a lot less cringe. You know what they say, if you can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen, or, in this case, the produce aisle. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and join the fun. Today, we're diving into some awkward public interactions that are sure to leave you cringing and laughing at the same time. So, let's get into the video.
I know I'm not a 10, and I most definitely don't look above a 4 right now. I get it. I totally get it. I need help. Because my Hinge algorithm is broken. Like, really badly broken. It is real bad. And I am like deleting almost all of the men. And I'm not that picky. And again, I know that I'm not a 10, but I need to be attracted to them.
And let's be real, attraction is key. If you're a 4, you're going to attract men in the 0 to 6 range. If you think an 8 is going to notice you, it's time to take a reality check. It's not about being harsh. It's just basic math. So, unless you've got a personality that shines brighter than a diamond, don't expect a top-tier catch to come your way.
Here are some of the red flags in my long-distance relationship that I just choose to ignore. My boyfriend lives 3,000 miles away, and he has a girl best friend where he lives. They're pretty close, and they go out to dinner together once a week. And when we first started dating, I had a problem with it, and I told him I was concerned about it. But he explained to me that they've been friends way longer than we've been dating, and I didn't want to end their friendship. Another red flag that I ignore is that my boyfriend has to have all my passwords to all of my social media. One time I got logged out of my Instagram, so I had to change my password, and he blocked me on everything because he didn't know my password anymore. But he unblocked me once he understood the situation. I am not allowed to have any guy friends. We've had a few fights over me talking to guys in public, but we worked them out, and I'm not allowed to snap any guys. He doesn't snap any girls either out of respect to me, with the exception of his girl best friend. They are #1 best friends on Snapchat, but I'm his #2. Since they've been friends for longer than we've been dating, I understand why they're #1 best friends, but he doesn't snap any girls other than her.
Yeah, those aren't just red flags. You might as well be waving a giant banner that says, "I'm the other woman." If you're ignoring those signs, it just screams that you're comfortable in that role. It's like seeing a train wreck and deciding to grab a front row seat instead of running for the hills. So maybe it's time to rethink your choices and stop acting surprised when things don't turn out in your favor.
No, because nobody talks about the alone time you have when you're single. Everybody talks about going on walks and working on yourself, going to the gym, journaling, therapy, whatever. Nobody ever said arts and crafts. I just cut up 200 pictures for it is a therapy craft.
It's not working. Huh? Maybe instead of wishing things would change, you should consider cutting those pictures up and maybe even burning them. Seriously, seek out some professional help. It's time to stop dwelling in the past and start focusing on your future. Therapy can do wonders, so why not give it a shot instead of holding on to what clearly isn't working?
Something I've recently come to terms with, and this has taken me a long time to fully admit this to myself, and I don't know why I feel bad about this. I just can't lie to myself anymore. But I want a provider man. And I feel like I'm going to get hate, maybe some slack, probably from non-provider men, to be honest. But I've just realized, reflecting on past relationships, I have mostly dated men who are not super well off financially. Like, that's just the fact of the matter. Like, generally, I have been like the breadwinner in relationships.
You're not the one paying for outings, covering the rent, or handling the bills. You're not the breadwinner here. Just because you used to make more money doesn't mean you get to act like you're still running the show. It's time to face reality and realize that being a former high earner doesn't come with lifetime privileges. Time to step it up or step aside.
But I don't know. I think I've attracted a specific type of person in my past because a huge part of my identity is the fact that I'm an independent woman and I take care of myself and I don't need a man, because I don't.
And there you have it. She claims she doesn't need a man, but deep down, she wants one, especially a provider. So let's get this straight. She's independent, but still expects someone to foot the bill. That makes a whole lot of sense, right? It's like saying you don't need a car, but still wanting someone to drive you everywhere. Come on. That's just a classic case of wanting the best of both worlds without the reality check.
You cannot enjoy being single unless your best friend is single. Let's talk about it. I'm convinced. I am fully convinced that you cannot enjoy singlehood unless your best friend is single. Because if your best friend is in a relationship, that means that she's going to her boyfriend for everything before you. So even though she's the first person you share good news with or ask for advice, you are not her go-to anymore. And that includes hanging out during the week. He's always going to come first for a date night. And yes, I sound bitter because I am. You can't tell me that being single is fun if you don't have single friends.
Look, bitter or not, you should be happy for your friends. That's what friends are for, right? But let's be real, if your happiness hinges on your friends being single, it kind of blows that whole women are happier alone argument out of the water. You can still hang out with them and their boyfriends, sure, but if you're sitting there counting how many club nights you're missing on a Tuesday, maybe it's time to reconsider your life choices. Save the wild nights for the weekends. And let's be honest, if you think clubbing on a Tuesday is a good idea, you might be the one who needs to get a life.
Nothing puts me off a guy more than if you're talking to someone. Who's that that's just texting me? Who is that? Sorry. If you came into my life, if you disturbed my peace, if you've moved to me and made an effort to get my attention and you have it, why you're still scrolling through social media finding new girls to follow every day? Tell me why you're liking their photos. You'll go on a date with someone and then literally like an hour after the date, they just follow someone else. They just go and like a load of other girls' photos. Or like you'll be seeing someone and the whole time you're seeing them, they're still following new girls, liking new photos. How is that normal? That's not normal.
Honestly, it's a bit rich for an Instagram girl to complain about men liking Instagram girls. I mean, they probably slid into your DMs the same way. And sure, they might have been waiting for you their entire lives. But once they finally got a taste, they probably realized you were more filter than real. Maybe next time, focus on being genuine instead of just a pretty face on their feed.
So I matched with this guy on Hinge who liked me, who messaged me, who asked me out on a date. He was like, do you want to go get breakfast on Saturday? I'm like, yeah, I want to go get breakfast on Saturday. Sounds fun. And then throughout the week, we texted a little bit back and forth. Then like Friday, Saturday comes, and I don't hear anything from him. Nothing. Weird. So I asked the important questions. I'm like, why are you 30 and still playing games? He goes, you're talking crazy, so I'm gonna block you.
Oh, he probably did. Sure, he's dirty and grown. But let's be real, you've got Queen in your account name. I bet you made that your entire personality. So why would he want to get in bed with something that screams self-proclaimed royalty while offering zero substance? It's hard to attract a king when you're leading with a crown and no depth. Time to step off the throne and show some real qualities.
I can be whatever you want. You just tell me what you want and I'll be that for you.
You're dumb.
I could be that.
And guess what? She's gonna dump you in less than a month when she finds the first guy who says, you want me to do what? I'm not doing that for nobody. It's like playing a game of musical chairs where the music stops. and she's already eyeing the next shiny object. So, enjoy your time now, because that queen is on the hunt for her next conquest, and you're just a temporary placeholder.
Do not lower your standards. So often women are told that our standards are just too high. We expect too much out of our partners. We expect them to be emotionally mature. We expect them to be successful in their career. We expect them to want to be good dads. We expect them to be respectful to us. We expect them to help prop us up and prioritize us in our careers.
What you really expect is for the man you want to drop all his standards just to cherish the queen he's got. Newsflash, everyone has standards, not just women. This is the part you don't seem to grasp, and it's why you're still single, preaching about standards. And let's not ignore that caption someone else put on her videos. It sums it up perfectly. It's like having a pathological belief that you have no issues or flaws to work on. That's exactly her. She's out here acting like a perfect 10 while missing the memo that nobody's flawless. Time to take a hard look in the mirror. Your Highness.
Sit on my face if I'm wrong.
Wrong. You're wrong. Incorrect. False. So.
Mom, what was he wrong about?
He was.
Hello? Mom?
What?
What was he wrong about?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and try to explain that. But anyway, we're wrapping up this video here. As always, I hope you enjoyed the ride. If you didn't, hey, I still appreciate you for sticking around. Thanks so much for watching, and remember to stay safe out there. Now, here's a question for you. Do you think people are too unrealistic with their standards in relationships? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next one.